so two main different kinds of communication styles. Direct and indirect, says what it does on the tin. So, direct communication, meaning is explicit. I don't care about emotions. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I don't think anything about how it's going to affect you. I just let you have it. Right? Okay. I'm very sorry, Emily, but I want that proposal on my desk at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Don't care how you feel. Don't care how much work you've got left to do. But that's what I want. End of. Yeah. They are quite abrasive. They can be quite abrasive. Okay, I've given you an extreme example, but you know people around you who are very direct. There is no ambiguity about what their expectations are. On the other side, you have got the indirect communicators, where meanings are embedded in what they're saying. Never direct. Their idea is, I don't really want to offend the person I'm communicating with. So they'll worry about your emotions, they'll worry about your feelings, and they'll put safeguards in place. Assumptions again, they'll put safeguards in place. And therefore, you really, really rarely know what they're saying. And these communicators think a well-intentioned word is a good substitute for action. What do I mean by that? They don't worry about missing deadlines. They don't worry about changing aspects of a contract, even when you've agreed, even just before you're about to sign, they change the mind. A client of mine who's a contracts negotiator, she's British, and her company is Finnish. And she went to Mumbai to negotiate a contract with the Indians. Now, Finnish people are very direct. She's British, so she sits somewhere in between the direct and the indirect. The Indians are way over on this side. So these 3 people in the company, top people in the company, were flown first class for 3 days each time, 3 times to India. That was an expensive venture. Did they get the contract? Heck no. They didn't, because every time they'd go there, the people there would change their mind, they would add something. They would add something but take money away. So they were just not on the same page. They didn't manage to negotiate the contract because there was so much difference. And we'll talk about cultural diversity in a bit as well. They just lost the contract. So it's just being aware of, are you a direct communicator? Are you an indirect communicator? I mean, there's bits in your workbook where you can go and put some, there's some questions that you don't have to answer them right now, aware of the time. Just take some time to reflect back on your communication style, and the communication is a style of the people around you. So you've got to match. If you don't match, then you've had it. So what is effective communication then? So we looked at, somebody mentioned outcome when we were talking about what communication is. But what do you think effective communication is?
Somebody's got it.
Yes, colloquially, somebody has got it, yeah.
Being understood.
Being
on the same page as you.
Somebody's got it, being on the same page as you. If you were to articulate it, instead of, these are quite emotional things, isn't it? Somebody's got it, you're on the same page as I. If you were to articulate it in words, if you want to clarify that, remember language isn't clean. You just put it into a bigger context of emotions and feelings, how you feel when someone's got it and they're on the same page as you. But if I were to ask you to articulate it in words, what would you think? What would you say effective communication means? Ideas? Essentially, it is the relaying, yeah, the conveying and reception of information without distortion. Yeah, so I receive what you want to say to me, Karen, without distorting that, without any kind of adulteration, which then leads to an agreed outcome. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
So the transmission of information without distortion, which then leads to the desired outcome. That is what effective communication is.